Hello, everybody. So, usually I'm doing my live sessions on Twitch or other video platforms, but today I just thought that okay, maybe I can do it on Facebook also. So, today I'm going to tell you about these six resources which can keep you updated about the new things in the market. And this is usually the one of the most asked question to me, that how I keep myself updated about these new things in the market. So I just thought that I can share some of my resources. Well, I use lots of resources, but from those lots of resources, today I'm just trying to give you glimpse of these six websites which I usually refer to and which I usually almost visit on a regular basis. And when I say regular, that means that at least twice or thrice uh, per week. That is the minimum. Sometimes this frequency may be higher. So let's go with this. Okay, so that's where. Okay, this is. Let me just start the screen sharing. Okay, so the first resources which I usually refer to is developer.com, and this developer.com has different sections. It gives a good amount of space to Java and Microsoft .NET things. Uh, Equally, it has section for the open source and especially the architecture. So they are publishing regularly different articles on different topics. So few of the languages where I worked, like Java and specifically the PHP. So these has been covered in good details, and time to time they also publish some white papers on very specific topics. So I usually recommend, if you are in programming, so I usually recommend this developer.com for you. Second website, or I can say the blog which I regularly visit, is the AWS blog, because most of my projects nowadays are somehow in one or another way related to cloud computing, and it mostly Microsoft and AWS. So I need to keep myself updated about what they are offering. Like most of these services are not available in each and every region. So these kind of information, that which service has been enabled or has been launched in a specific region, I usually get this information from this blog only. And they you know really published really good article. Like just recently they have published that how you can use a shared file system in your lambda functions. uh, Another blog which I recommend and I personally visit a lot is Microsoft Azure blog. This Microsoft Azure blog is again, they are publishing really good articles, some tutorials like articles, and they have segregated all of them in different categories, tags. It is really a properly architectured blog, I can say. This is my second resource, third, sorry. And my fourth resource is AWS database blog. Database is something where lots of actions are happening, especially in my career. So uh, so that's where this database blog come into the scene, and they really have good use cases. They publish the architecture, that how uh, we should develop our application in a specific architecture. That's where um, they're really doing good. Okay, great. Okay. Hmm. And fifth website which I usually visit is the PMI website. Many of you already know that PMI is the institution which handles the project management professional certification, which is one of the very uh, known and still a good certification. So they have very good studies. I'm a member of the PMI organization, so I have access to many different articles which they publish, not just about the project management but different aspects of the projects actually. So even sometimes they give out tools, Excel tools and some other tools which we can use in our projects, or we can use them to manage our projects in better way. And then one of the major website which I usually visit is the Association for Computing Machinery. uh, I'm a member of them since last roughly 10 or 11 years, and they are good. They are good. They are so good that they have a lot of content. They have some partnerships with different vendors. Like earlier, they were having the Safari books, Element K, and all these kind of courses. And they have a specific, a very a specific price for Indians actually, and they have chapters also in different cities of India. So if you just want to be active in local chapters, you can be. Otherwise, if you just want to visit this for content, they really have good publications, good articles, usually detailed research articles about many different topics. So these are the six website which I usually visit: this developer.com, this AWS blog, this Azure blog, this AWS database blog, this PMP certification or the PMI organization one, and the ACM one. So these are my resources which I usually refer to. Your use case, your industry, your projects may be of different kind. So what I usually recommend, that at least you should, add 5 to 6 resources in your favorite, and just try to dedicate 5 to 10 minutes at least daily, if you can, or at least twice or thrice in a week. Those 5 to 10 minutes can make a really big difference in your career. uh, and I always say that learning is the only original thing available to human which can make them good in their particular field. That's all for today.